Here's a joke for you. Trucks and boats are like wives. It's nice to know a friend that has one. I crack myself up. I say that as I'm following my girlfriend. Oops. I don't know, maybe I'll edit that out. Haven't decided. Let's see if I can race her. 70 miles on this tank. I just filled up this morning. YouTube, I've been riding everywhere. I rode to work 4 days this past week. I don't care how cold it is. The one day it was like 10 degrees in the morning. I accidentally opened my visor because it was fogging up, and the cold air like sucked the breath out of me. It felt like I got punched in the chest. It kind of surprised me, but I love riding. It has definitely been a positive choice I've made in my life to get on a bike. That's a cool ad. Naked Truth About Cancer. It's got a bunch of old surgeons naked with ties on. Yeah, it's definitely been a good choice. I've enjoyed it. I had a friend of mine from work. He asked about what bike. He's never ridden a motorcycle, and he's like, well, what bike should I start on? And he's taller than I am. I'm 6'3". He's got to be like 6'6", or 6'7". But I'm like, okay, well, sit on my bike. And I let him sit on it, and he fit. I mean, like all 6+ guys on a sport bike, it's not going to be the most comfortable thing, but he fit. And, but then I told him, I'm like, if you can fit on a Ninja 300 or something, I think you would enjoy that bike more. Because I still have moments where the R6 is still a little bit too much power for me, for my skill level. It's a wonderful bike. What's that guy honking at? I don't know what he's honking at. I didn't do anything. Anyways, I just got honked at by a truck. Maybe I'll look at the footage, but I didn't think I did anything. Anyways, back to my original topic of what bike he should get. I told him he should look at a 300. I feel like a 300 would give you just enough wiggle room with all the new features and ABS and everything that you could be a little more of a noob without hurting yourself. Because the other night I took off from Alighton first, and I kind of overestimated my skills because I was like, oh, let's see what acceleration's like in first. So I gave it just over half throttle, and it lifted the front tire just enough. I must have been seated back or something. It lifted the front tire just enough, and I almost got the death wobble. Like, my handlebar started to go back and forth, and I was like, oh dear. But I just touched the rear brake gently. It settled the front down, but it was enough to get my attention that I'm not that good and I need to be a little bit more careful. But I hope he gets a motorcycle. I think he'd like one. He came into it thinking that he wouldn't fit on a bike, so when I let him sit on my R6, he was like, oh sweet, I can fit on a bike, which kind of opened up a whole new world. Can I sing A Whole New World? That probably wouldn't be appreciated. Don't do it. That guy wants to turn, and then we got a Porsche Panamera. Very nice. Sorry, I'm making noises. Oh, that was a little too fast. When you go down into like a pseudo aero position, your acceleration is night and day to when you're sitting up. You really get going a lot faster, but then you sit up and it's like deploying a parachute. You feel like your bike slows down 10 miles per hour if you're not careful. Oh, I'm kind of proving out how much of a newbie I am because I got a new front tire. It's a Pilot Pro. I don't know which one. The dealer just matched my rear tire for me, and I said that was fine because I don't need like a super high performance race tire for what I'm doing. There's all the little, I forgot what it's called, but it's like the runners from when they mold the tires. Hold along the periphery, all those little spiky things. And you can definitely tell in my chicken strips, maybe I'll put a picture up, that I haven't gotten it too far over. One, because it's cold, but two, because I'm a noob. So I'm trying to work on those and get those off. So when I park the bike next to other bikes, I don't know all these fuzzies. I could cheat and like use a knife or something and cut them off, but I feel like it's kind of like a challenge. It's like they're little wiggly things and they're like, I dare you to get over here. So maybe on a nice warm day, I'll try and warm the tires up and get the bike over a little more. I did this weekend, it wasn't bad. Pull up next to the girlfriend, there's no one behind me. So YouTube, girlfriend status, old lady status. She's shaking her head because she knows she's in a video. But she wanted an Audi S4, but we're kind of in a transition point in our lives, so I talked her down and she got a Civic, which I'm pro-American, America. But I love that car. I've driven that, oh, crappy HIDs, boo! Anyways, back to where, oh yeah, I'm pro-American, but I love that little car. I drove it on a few occasions on the highway, and then, oh, there's a cop. Hi, officer. I've drove it on a few occasions, driven it, and I really like it. It has the eco mode, so you like hit this button and a little green leaf shows up on your dash, and then you get really good gas mileage, but your power goes way down because it's like half power or something like that. But it's pretty awesome when you're on the expressway, because then it just helps you out that much more. It's comfy. She had an older Civic before that, and it was only a two-door, and the front seat had a little more room for tall guys, but the added comfort in that thing for what she paid for it, I don't remember what it was, but she got a pretty good deal on it. It's a nice car. I'm not gonna complain. I'm 23, in case you didn't know that, YouTube. Kind of tall, like 6'3". Skinny. I used to do like P90X and stuff, but I've kind of been slacking, so I've lost some of the tonnage. That's a word. Not tonnage, tonnage. So now I've thinned out a little bit. So tall, skinny, riding a motorcycle. Girlfriend's 25 almost. She'll be 25 in January, so I can say she's 25 now. So I can call her my old lady. She's a good old lady. She talks sense into me, even though sometimes I don't listen. Like riding my motorcycle to Michigan when it's 32 degrees out, or 35 or 30. Get off the phone. He's on the phone. I love making fun of people that are on the phone, but traffic's moving, so I'm not going to do anything. MPGs. I did calculate it on my Michigan trip. Going 78 miles an hour on the expressway, and that's not what I was registering on here, but what I assumed to be 78 miles an hour. I average just over 40 miles per gallon. You're sitting at about 7 grand. But if you have some earbuds in or earplugs in or something, it really doesn't drone. The drone isn't overbearing, and that's kind of what I communicated to my friend who's looking to buy a bike. He wanted like a 250. I'm like, you can take it on the expressway short distances, but it's going to be loud. You're going to be in the upper reaches of the tack, and you're not going to enjoy that noise very much. YouTube, you saw in my other trip video, I took the exit on the other side because I had to get gas. So now you're going to get to see the exit on this side. Before I was going that way, now I'm going to do this way and loop around if we're getting on the expressway. Yep, there's a turn signal. Girlfriend's good about using her turn signal, because if not, I give her a hard time, but she's a good driver. I don't say that often, but she's a good driver. I'm downshifting in a curve, that's probably not a good thing. See if I can get some of those freaking tire runner mold wiggly things off my tires. Get it leaned over a little bit. I was doing it in a parking lot earlier, I almost laid my bike over. would have been a little embarrassing. You are in a parking lot and you just... Whoa! Oh, YouTube, we're not gonna go that fast. I'm sorry. I don't know where I'm going. She has the GPS. Okay, so someone commented on my trip video, how fast have you gone on your bike? I'm not gonna hang out in his blind spot. I don't really go fast, but that was pretty fast for me. My front tire was not completely in contact with the ground, which kind of made it tough to turn. Bumps, always stand up to the bumps. It doesn't help that there's like a gale force wind on top of this expressway. Where are we going? I need my girlfriend up here to kind of show me where we're going. I don't exactly know. She's over there. I don't want to be in front of this truck though. Oh! I don't know where she is. Probably shouldn't have done that. She's gonna be pissed. She probably wanted this exit. There she goes. Nope, we're probably getting off at Coliseum. Never mind. Or not Coliseum, Coldwater. Why are we doing... Apparently it's National Speeding Day because I'm keeping up with traffic and we're not doing the speed limit. Oops. Whoa. She's driving like it's the Indy 500, my goodness. I'm hesitant to get the bike over too far because even though it is warmer, it's still kind of cold for these tires. I think these tires aren't a big fan of cold roads. Oh, she's waiting for me. Aw, she's such a nice girlfriend. She was waiting for me. She waited. Oh, and for new guys that are having trouble turning their bike, like they're trying to lean it and it won't turn, sit a little further back. I forgot who gave me that tip online. I watched the video and the guy's like, make sure you have a fist between your good parts and your gas tank. Then your bike will turn a lot easier. At least that's what I found. And it also encourages you to grab with your hips, because the hips don't lie. That guy's looking at me because I'm talking to myself. Wow, girlfriend's jamming. She's got her sunroof open. I can hear her. I won't get any closer. She'll probably get upset because that's her baby. She used to have a Team Edwards sticker on it. Just got one over. I'll be nice. I'm a nice guy. I'll let him over. I don't know if he actually knows he has his turn signal on though. Usually if I'm trying to get over, I'm looking kind of through my back window. Trying to figure out. Oh, that car stopped like 6 miles behind me. That's kind of nice. Nice to that lady. There's not a lot of nice people in this world. Oh, nope, he turned his turn signal off. Almost stalled again. It's kind of slick through there. Ooh. I'm not a fan of this road. Actually, I don't mind driving around Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne's not bad. Unless you get on like a really bad road that hasn't been redone recently. It's pretty terrible. Nope, yellow light. Yellow light. I'm hitting like every light. I don't know why. It's not very much fun to hit every light. Hurt. Stop behind girlfriend. There's a lot of old people. Oh, one of my things came off my camera. Oh well. It happens. Then people look at me because I have a lot of like cord coming from my camera into the helmet. And like, what is this guy doing? It's Google Earth on 2 wheels. No. It's Pyro Earth. Wow, that sounds like a terrible level from like a 90s Super Nintendo game. Alright, here's what the R6 does when you give it gas. Half throttle. And I wasn't even in the power band. That was from like $2,000 to $6,000. Power doesn't really come in until $6,000, and then after that it's just like you're on a rocket and you just kind of hold on. Look where you want to go and be smart about it. Because that's when you're cruising on the highway at like 75 miles an hour. You're at 6,500, $7,000. Ooh, I didn't brake too well there. But cruising around in that power band makes it great when you want to pass somebody, because then all of a sudden it's like, oh hey, I'm in the power band. I don't even have to downshift. I can just give it a little gusto, and oh, that's pretty sweet. He didn't wave. I wave when I pass guys. I don't know what was happening there. We're in Fort Wheezy. Oh, what's all this traffic for? I like trying to balance on my bike. It's kind of like a fun game. Herp. There's a lot of honking going on. And it's not because of me this time. Wow, we made it nowhere. I gotta get gas. Maybe I'll go get gas when the girlfriend's in getting her phone. She got a new phone, and it's so new that there isn't like a case for it, so she's got to go find a case. Apparently Verizon's the only one that has a case for it right now. Oh, and I stalled. That was lovely. The guy behind me didn't honk. That was nice of him. Probably because she's like a mile behind me. And she knows we're not going anywhere. I won't honk if we're not going anywhere. There, she caught up to me. This is kind of fun. I'm not very good at driving in traffic, so it's kind of like a new thing for me. Play like the balancing game and see how long I can balance. I don't know what that is. My bike's getting kind of warm. It'll keep me warm. This blows. I don't know how you guys do it in traffic. I wouldn't want to do this every day. Kind of a lot of traffic. The lady's looking at me like she's on TV. No, lady, you're not going to be famous. This isn't an interesting part of the video, so it'll probably get cut out. Girlfriend, you are not in a manual, so I don't know how you're rolling backward. Did you put it in neutral? Maybe she's trying to give me a hint to get off her butt. Or my high beams are bothering her, but she's got a tinted rear window. She's playing with her mirror. I don't know what she's doing. Come on. Hot damn. I'm like, got the boys resting on the gas tanks for going up a hill. It's kind of uncomfortable there for a minute. Oh wow, that was thrilling. I'm not gonna be that guy in block the intersection. This is good stop and go practice, but it sucks. 'Cause I'm not going anywhere. I think Midwestern drivers are terrible. Clutch play, forward play. Is everyone turning here? Oh, bike says no, I need more gas. I'm surprised I made it this far. I don't think anyone wants in there. That lady keeps giving me dirty looks, I don't know why. Wall. Friction zone. Friction zone. Friction zone. Okay, I'm gonna stop. That lady did not want to be on TV. FYI, lady. You're gonna get cut out. America. Sorry. I just went there. IHOP. I can't say I've ever been to an IHOP. But I've never heard good things ever from an IHOP, so I don't actually ever plan on going there. Where does YouTube like to eat? What's your favorite restaurant? Ah, my clutch hand. Wow, that lady just came from nowhere. I'm on a motorcycle, so I turn slowly. Maybe not that slowly, that was a little aggressive. I almost fell over. You have to wait for me. Nice Porsche. YouTube, you see the Porsche? Oh. Come on. What's happening? That guy just failed. He has to yield to traffic, and he did not yield. Yeah, I'd honk at him too. Actually, I wouldn't honk, I'd just rev, because that's what I do. I gotta get gas. Oh, girlfriend's turning. I'm gonna park next to girlfriend. Burr, burr, burr. And YouTube, we are at the mall in Fort Wayne. The place you never want to go unless you absolutely have to. I'm kidding, it's okay.